Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Movies and Melodies. Today's episode is about songs that are Adam teasing, shall we say. There are a lot of Eve teasing songs in Indian movies, but there are also songs where the heroine is teasing the hero. I don't approve of any kind of harassment. I just want to make that clear right from the beginning. But for thematic purposes for this show, we have all these songs. So for my first song, it's from a movie called Bahar. It was released in 1951. It was Vaijayantimala's first Hindi film, and it was actually a remake of her first ever foray into movies, a Tamil movie called Vaalkai. That came out in 1949. It was remade in Telugu as well, and then finally in Hindi in 1951. She co-starred Karan Diwan in this movie, and he was a well-established star at that time. She is extremely young, I think 15, 16, something like that. And she's very charming though, surprisingly extremely poised and confident for a debut role. It's also a very strong female-centric kind of a role, again unusual for a female debut. And she's got a pretty large share of screen time as well. So this song is actually a tandem song in the movie, and Kishore Kumar has sung the male version. Shamshad Begum has sung the female version. She's now teasing him and basically telling him not to mess with her, so to speak. Kusur aapka, huzur aapka.
हुजूर आपका मेरा नाम लीजिए न मेरे बाप का हुजूर आपका मेरा नाम लीजिए न मेरे बाप का लेफ्ट राइट लेफ्ट राइट राइट लेफ्ट टर्न लेफ्ट राइट अबाउट टर्न मर्द हो के छोकरे से मात खा गए कहीं कैसे धोखे में जनाब आ गए एक पहले अपना मिजाज कीजिए अस्पताल जाइए इलाज कीजिए दिमाग चल गया है सुरूर आपका मेरा नाम लीजिए न मेरे बाप का हुजूर आपका मेरा नाम लीजिए न मेरे बाप का.
Kalpana came out in 1960. Quite a star-studded cast in the lead. You had two of the Travancore sisters, Padmini and Ragini, in this movie. Lalita, the oldest sister, didn't act, well, in this movie that is. And Ashok Kumar was the lead. The movie was sort of this hackneyed story of, do I accept a prostitute as my wife slash bahu slash bhabhi, or do I also treat her like kalankini, kulta, etc., and throw her out of the house? They have Padmini in this sort of weepy kind of role, which is kind of sad because she's such a feisty person and, you know, is so good in those empowered women roles. She looks luminous though in this movie. Beautiful, beautiful lady who's an exceptional dancer as well. The song, however, that I want to play today is picturized on her sister, Ragini, who is also a very feisty young lady. And the scene is Ashok Kumar and Ragini are both journeying on a train, and it's night time and he, I guess, wants to sleep or whatever. And he asks her to keep it down because she's practicing her dance steps, or she's saying her dance steps out loud. She, on the other hand, gets really upset, and not only does she not keep it down, she gets up and starts to dance as well. She's a great dancer, so it's not like a hardship for us to watch her. So Ashok Kumar, on the other hand, doesn't get mad at all. He sort of sits back and enjoys the show, and, you know, at the end of it all, he ends up giving her a job in his dance company. And the story goes on. The song is, it's been sung by Asha ji very, very beautifully to Open Ayer's music. Lot of lyricists in the movie. You had Majroor Sultanpuri, you had Janissar Akhtar, you had Qamar Jalalabadi, Raja Mehdi Ali Khan, tons of people. But this particular song was written by Qamar Jalalabadi. हमको समझ न लीजिए डाली गुलाब की,
को समझ न लीजिए डाली गुलाब की, कर देंगे हम तो साफ तबीयत जनाब की। हमको समझ न लीजिए डाली गुलाब की, कर देंगे हम तो साफ तबीयत जनाब की।
Junglee, this was Saira Banu's debut movie. Came out in 61, I think. She co-starred Shammi Kapoor in the movie. Again, a very, very strong female role for a debut movie. She is a very kind of a bold, sparkly, feisty girl, and even though the movie is named Junglee and is supposed to be about Shammi Kapoor, you come away from the movie with a very, very favorable impression of this young girl. He is supposed to be this misogynistic, rule-following, mama's boy who is bad-tempered in the bargain. And she is this young girl who's been brought up by her father. She's a motherless girl in the movie. And her father basically has brought her up to be very independent and very outspoken. So she teases him from the word go in the movie. And this particular song is very, very beautifully picturized on her teasing him, where she's, you know, pretending to be scared by him, and she's telling him that she's a Kashmir ki kali and he needs to treat her with more respect and tenderness, otherwise she's going to just wither away and die. Asha ji has sung this song incredibly well. Lata ji has sung this song incredibly well. And it's Hasrat Jaipuri's lyrics to Shankar Jaikishan's music. Kashmir ki kali hu main, mujhse na rootho babuji.
कश्मीर की कली हूँ मैं, मुझसे ना रूठो बाबूजी। मुरझा गई तो फिर न खिलूंगी, कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं। अरे कश्मीर की कली हूँ मैं, मुझसे ना रूठो बाबूजी। मुरझा गई तो फिर न खिलूंगी, कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं। रंगत मेरी बहारों में, दिल की आग चनारों में। रंगत मेरी बहारों में, दिल की आग चनारों में। कुछ तो हमसे बात करो इन बहके गुलजारों में। कुछ तो हमसे बात करो इन बहके गुलजारों में। कश्मीर की कली हूँ मैं, मुझसे ना रूठो बाबूजी।
Mud Mud Ke Na Dekh. This was a very fun movie. It's a comedy, and it had Anita Guha and very, very unusually Bharat Bhushan in a very light-hearted comic role, not his usual kind of wooden self. The story again is about this young girl who is very independent, and she basically runs away from home because she has a disagreement with her parents. The song is picturized on, again, it's a train compartment situation in the song. And what happens is Bharat Bhushan accidentally enters the women's compartment on a train, and all these young girls are on the train at that point in the compartment, and they take him to task. So they yell at him and, fight with him and basically want him to apologize to them and fall at their feet. And he refuses to do so. So I think at the end of the song, they basically throw him out of the train. Suman Kalyanpur and Rafi Saab, it's a duet. They have sung really very well, and the two leads have actually acted incredibly well. औरतों के डिब्बे में मर्द आ गया.
औरतों के डब्बे में मर्द आ गया, देखो जी मर्द आ गया. औरतों के डब्बे में मर्द आ गया, औरतों के डब्बे में मर्द आ गया.
धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया, ओ धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया.
औरतों के डब्बे में मर्द आ गया,
ओ धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया, ओ बहनों धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया.
बोल बोल इसकी सजा क्या है,
पहले ये बता दो खता क्या है.
बोल बोल इसकी सजा क्या है,
अरे पहले ये बता दो खता क्या है.
खता है ये तुम्हारी कि तुम नहीं हो नारी, न पहना तुमने जम्पर न पहनी तुमने साड़ी. खता है ये तुम्हारी कि तुम नहीं हो नारी, न पहना तुमने जम्पर न पहनी तुमने साड़ी. न पिनिया न सुर्खी न सुरमे की धारी.
धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया, ओ मायो धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया.
औरतों के डब्बे में मर्द आ गया,
ओ धोखा खा गया जी मैं तो धोखा खा गया.
The next song that I want to share is actually one of my favorite songs of all time. It's from the movie Sangam, which came out in '64. Raj Kapoor, Rajendra Kumar, Vaijayantimala. Usual love triangle story, friend sacrificing his love, and no one ever asks the woman what she wants. And then friend, of course, ends up killing him, or yeah, he does kill himself in the end, and that way there's no doubt in the husband's mind of, the integrity of the friend as well as the wife. No logic here. I know I sound terribly sarcastic about this, but I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. It's great, great movie, very well made. Obviously, Raj Kapoor movies, so great songs. Shankar Jaikishan's music with Shailendra ji and Hasrat Jaipuri writing the lyrics. This song was written by Hasrat Jaipuri. The scene is where Raj Kapoor and Vaijayantimala, they're married now, and they both are in Paris. And he wants to go see a cabaret. And he says that she can't go because she is, after all, a Bharatiya Nari, and such women are not taken. Sharif aurtein aise nahi jate dekhne ke liye. So she, of course, gets really ticked off. And she's like, Sharif Mard are going to go see this. Why can't I come and watch this? And he's like, chi, 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 this cannot happen. So she ends up staging her own cabaret and mocks him through the entire song. She is absolutely brilliant. Vaijayantimala has to be seen in this song, honestly, to be believed. She's superb. And Lataji has also done a phenomenal job singing this song with the right inflection and the perfect amount of sarcasm when she's singing. मैं का करूँ राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया.
मैं का करूँ राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया, मैं का करूँ बुढ़ा मिल गया हाय मैं का करूं राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया मैं का करूं राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया सब जो गए बाग मेरा बुढ़ा भी चला गया सब जो गए बाग मेरा बुढ़ा भी चला गया सब तो लाए फूल बुढ़ा को भी लेके आ गया सब तो लाए फूल बुढ़ा को भी लेके आ गया मैं हो गई बदनाम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया हाय का करूं राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया होय होय बुढ़ा मिल गया हो बुढ़ा मिल गया हाय मैं का करूं राम मुझे बुढ़ा मिल गया
Dr. Vidya came out in 1962, again Vaijayantimala and Manoj Kumar in the lead. It was actually adapted from a Marathi movie called Shikleli Baiko, which means educated wife. The movie is about the importance of educating women and making them independent, and how having an educated woman, even in a non-urban setting, is actually an advantage and not a disadvantage. So what happens in the movie is Vaijayantimala is an educated city girl who gets married to Manoj Kumar, who is a farmer living in a village. They get married without having seen each other, and right after the wedding, he finds out that she is an educated young woman. So he gets upset about that, rejects her right away without even seeing her face, and then he leaves her and goes off. So she kind of takes this in her stride and decides to, bring him around. So what she does is goes back to school, qualifies as a doctor, and comes to the village pretending to be a villager. And she wins his love, and then, there is the grand reveal and how he deals with it and so on in the latter part of the movie. So this song is picturized when she comes to the village, and he thinks she's a village girl, and he's sort of going off in his bullock cart somewhere, and she comes and she basically stops him to ask him where he is off to, taking his Junglee and leaving her alone and going off. So Lataji has sung this song very, very sweetly. S.D. Burman's music. Majru Sultanpuri's lyrics for this one, though Raja Mehdi Ali Khan has also written lyrics for other songs in the movie. It's a very, very sweet song. Jani tum to dole daga dai ke.
जानी तुम तो डोले दगा दई के हो जानी तुम तो डोले दगा दई के हो जय हो जुल्मी नैना कहाँ लई के हो जानी बदले रूठे रूठे तुम तो हो जी पिया बचपन के झूठे बदले बदले रूठे रूठे तुम तो हो जी पिया बचपन के झूठे इतना जानो पर ना मानो जिया ना जाए लगी नहीं छूटे अजी सुनो जानी तुम तो डोले
That's it for today, folks. I will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, remember, music is food for the soul. Keep listening.